Imagine living in a world where your faith, your identity, and your family ties could be stripped away in a matter of days. Each year, countless stories emerge from Pakistan of young girls from religious minorities being forcibly converted and married off. These are not isolated incidents. They form a chilling pattern that raises urgent questions about human rights, societal vulnerabilities, and systematic failures.
Each year, hundreds of Hindu girls in Pakistan are allegedly forced to convert. They're quickly married off to Muslim men, and ties to their families are cut.
This is the grim reality where young girls, primarily from Hindu minority communities, are allegedly abducted and coerced into converting to Islam. It highlights specific cases like Simran Kumari, whose rapid disappearance, conversion, and marriage reflect a broader pattern of systematic exploitation.
RFERL questions the clerics behind the conversions that human rights groups say are often coerced.
लेकिन ये सरासर झूठ है, फरेब है, धोखा है, और इसके अलावा कोई हकीकत नहीं है.
And we look at why Pakistani lawmakers haven't protected minors and ensured that religious conversions are not forced.
There's no clarity. It shouldn't be an informal a group of clerics, for instance, doing this. It should be the state doing this.
Now, when this individual is saying that the state should be involved, he likely means that the process of religious conversion should be formalized, regulated, and overseen by the state rather than being handled informally by religious clerics.
Simran's family took this video when they were permitted to see her, but they could not meet her privately, and she was guarded by seminary officials.
हम उसको समझाएंगे हमारे साथ रह कर तो देखे वो उधर हम गए थे वो फुल प्रेशर में थी डर रही थी अभी आप उसकी वीडियो देखें वो लोग उसको इशारे दे रहे थे.
When the family returned home, they received a video message. Simran had a new Islamic name, Aisha, and a Muslim husband.
देखो ना हमें जो हम वापसी आ गए थे फिर 1-2 घंटों के बाद उन्होंने वीडियो शो कर दी कि ये मुसलमान हो गई है इसका निकाह भी हो गया है 2 घंटों में.
अपने वर्षा के लिए अपने पिछड़ों के लिए आप क्या पैगाम देना चाहती हैं?
मैं उन्हें ये कहना चाहती हूँ मुझे तंग ना करें मैं इनके साथ खुश रहना चाहती हूँ मुझे खुश रहने दें.
Trust me, I've heard a lot of ladies in Pakistan say these things since my childhood, as I have been a person belonging to a house that had a lot of domestic violence in it as well. I can definitely assure that she would have been pressured in some way, and that's why she is giving these statements so she don't get oppressed and further harmed at home.
The next morning, a judge issued a court order protecting Simran from her Hindu family, legally blocking them from getting her back. Police refused to investigate the case. Only 10 days earlier, there was laughter as Simran gave her brothers customary friendship bracelets, or rakis. But within a day, she was gone. The family was powerless.
बस ऐसे समझो ज़मीन फट जाए हम उधर चले जाएं. आप यकीन नहीं करोगे बस हम जहर लेने पे तुले थे.
Government authorizing the conversion. That process needs to be regulated, and whenever there is a hint of coercion, when there is this hint of force, then those matters need to be criminalized.
Lal Chand Mali is a Hindu member of Pakistan's parliament. He's on a government commission that is looking into the issue of forced conversions.
I'm insisting on 2 things. 1, defining forced conversions. Number 2, law on conversions.
But clerics have blocked several earlier legislative attempts to put age limits on conversions.
लेकिन जो मुल्क इस्लाम के नाम पे आज़ाद करवाया गया उस मुल्क के अंदर इस तरह के कानून नहीं चलेंगे.
Now, when someone says, in this country, these kinds of laws won't work, it's often an admission of deeper systematic issues rather than a valid argument against necessary reforms. If laws protecting vulnerable individuals won't work, then we must ask, why not? Is it due to lack of enforcement, cultural resistance, or the unchecked influence of certain groups? Instead of dismissing the need for such laws, we should focus on addressing the barriers of their implementation. Justice and protection for all citizens should never be dismissed as impractical. It is the foundation of a fair and civilized society.
Others convert to escape bad marriages, like 35-year-old Sijal. She left her Hindu husband and 3 daughters to become Muslim, changing her name to Aliza.
मुझे पता था वहाँ से लड़कियाँ गई थी ना, मैंने नेट पे देखा, अखबारों में देखा ये बाबा मदद करेंगे, इसलिए मैं अपने बाबा के पास आ गई.
Until Pakistan regulates the process, however, religious conversions will continue to raise suspicions of coercion. Harry Lal and his wife have given up on trying to be reunited with Reena and Ravina and worry about the safety of their 3rd daughter.
Religion and faith are deeply personal aspects of an individual's life, and any decision related to them should be made freely, without external pressure or coercion. True belief cannot be forced. It must come from within. When clerics or any external parties take control of such decisions, it undermines the sanctity of personal choice and risks turning faith into a tool for exploitation, and this is what it has become in Pakistan. It is essential that matters of religion remain private and personal, safeguarded by laws that protect individual freedoms and ensure everyone's right to choose their own path. Pakistan, being heavily influenced by sectarian interpretations of Islam, often strays far from the Quran's essence, which emphasizes justice, compassion, and freedom of belief. These sectarian divisions lead to a reliance on man-made traditions and laws that promote exclusion and extremism rather than unity and understanding. By prioritizing dogmatic rituals and cleric authority over the Quran's universal message, the society inadvertently fosters practices that violate basic human rights, such as forced conversions and discrimination. A return to the Quran's core principles of individual accountability and mutual respect is essential to overcoming these harmful man-made beliefs.